We're on the sidelines of the Global Islamic Economy Summit here in Dubai. I'm joined now by Tirad Al-Mahmoud, the CEO of Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. Very nice to see you again. We had an hour on a panel this morning. Let me start with capital raising. You've raised recently $500 million dirhams. Can we expect more from you?
I think that's a very good question. Our policy in general has been to maintain our capital adequacy ratio above 14%. It matches our growth plans. We review our capital planning exercise once a year. So I think for the time being, this is the right level that we need. Our growth requirements for 2000 and our growth expectations for 2015 are going to be in the single digit, mid-single digit. So I think this level of capital is pretty good. For the future, 2016, 2017, we look at that towards the end of 2015. So it's a pretty dynamic exercise, and we're very comfortable the way we are now.
Okay, where's most of this growth going to come from? I mean, we talked this morning about global expansion. Where is, in your view, most of your growth going to come from?
I think we have to be. Today, I think the markets are different from what they used to be in 2008. At the end of 2008, when there was a major financial crisis around the world, there was a huge opportunity that we saw, and we grabbed it. We basically saw the banks in total disarray, and we decided to zoom in and grow very fast. And I think we've accomplished with 3 times bigger than what used to be in 2007. But right now, I think the markets are different. Yep. I think we have to focus on where we're currently present. We're not planning to enter into any new countries or buy any new institutions.
You did talk about inorganic growth, I think, in Asia and the MENA region.
I spoke about our future growth in other countries will cover the ASEAN countries and MENA. But I would always say that, you know, we don't like to surprise the market. Yep. I would always bring predictability in our behavior in front of the market. We have no imminent plans to open a branch anytime soon in those markets.
Okay. Obviously, you were one of the first in Egypt. Can we expect anything else in Egypt at this stage?
The franchise in Egypt, where we own 49%, is doing extremely well. Actually, it has been a really, really pleasant surprise for me personally, because we've seen enormous change in Egypt, and despite all the change, the franchise in Egypt, Adib Egypt, continued to grow unabated. Very little damage to our infrastructure, 1 or 2 ATM machines damaged. We have 70 branches in Egypt and 3,000 people working there. Right. So we continue to grow. I expect Egypt, which is a very deep and a very big economy, to become much more stable in the future. I'm optimistic about the future, despite what you may hear and see in the news. I still remain optimistic, and I don't expect Adib Egypt to change its profile anytime soon.
But as the chief executive of an Islamic bank, there is some frustration, am I right in saying, a perception of a lack of a level playing field. Perhaps more should be done by the regulator. Am I right that there is a little bit of frustration?
Absolutely, there is not a little frustration, there is a lot of frustration. It is not a level playing field. I would like to commend the United Arab Emirates for having embraced Islamic banks. I would like to commend the state of Qatar for having embraced Islamic banks. I would like to commend Oman for having embraced Islamic banks.
But it's not enough.
And I would like to commend Bahrain, but it's not enough. Right. We're present in several countries, and I want to see the regulators look at this business model as a successful business model. We have seen the worst financial crisis in 100 years, and Islamic banks have survived with flying colors. Yep. Not a single bank went under. Not a single bank needed to be bailed out.
Are you talking to the very final question? Are you talking to the representatives of the regulator who are here at this conference?
We are engaged with regulators in the countries we're present on an ongoing basis, and we're engaged in 2 different ways. A, we're trying to explain to them how we operate and basically remove the mystery, demystify the business model. And the second thing, for those who, and we have a couple who are very interested, we're providing logistical support. Right. We're bringing them success transfer, if you will.
Tirad, many thanks for talking with Reuters. Tirad Al-Mahmoud from Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. Plenty more, I should say, in the GIES Today series. I'm Max Threlfall, this is Reuters.